Nairobi is one big bedroom. So everyone is sleeping with everyone else, not realizing some of the negative effects that these actions can have in our lives, and in some cases for a lifetime. We could end up pregnant, and since these pregnancies are unwanted or unplanned for, we procure abortions, something that can have us regretting for the rest of our lives. We could end up as parents at a very young age, which can change the course of our lives, and even of others who are then burdened with having to take care of those children when we have to resume school, for example. We could also acquire diseases, some which are very serious because they could lead to infertility, and we are not able to have children when we get to a point when we desire to have them later. Some medical conditions are lifelong, meaning that we have to be on medication for the rest of our lives because as of now, there is no cure. The Bible tells us to flee from sexual immorality. Joseph ran away, he took off. And had he engaged Potiphar's wife, I don't think that he would have gotten to the position of prime minister that God had destined for him. Samson, on the other hand, was unable to control his body and his love for women, and as a result, he was brought down. The book of Proverbs reminds us that we might end up using all our hard-earned money on people that we shouldn't and end up having nothing to show for our lives. The Bible tells us that the moment we engage in sexual immorality, we sin against our own bodies. We violate our bodies. In fact, there is no other sin that is mentioned in the Bible that has this kind of implication in our lives. Our bodies are precious and they are very valuable. We could also end up being bound in life because the people that we engage, we don't know what their backgrounds are, we don't know what their foundations are, and we also don't know what their belief systems are. So we find ourselves struggling with strange things that become very hard to get out of.